Greetings. This is Dr. Della Welch again, talking about sales law. I wanted to say a little more about the remedies section. Remember on specific performance that the goods must be unique to get specific performance or replevin. And remember that the buyer also has a remedy to sue for lost profits only, which would be to take the expected sales price minus the cost of goods sold, and that would equal the lost profits. Now, usually the buyer or the seller makes an election of these remedies. They don't have a selection of all of them all at the same time. They have to decide which ones they want. So be sure and check your code section on your remedies for each state that you're located in. Now to do some questions and answers on sales law. Here's a question. Merchant A said to Merchant B that he would sell his car to him for $400. But Merchant B replied to deliver the car with new 24-karat gold interior. Merchant A objected. Discuss. Well, this is raising the UCC 2-207 rule. And we look, did the offer expressly limit it to any specific terms? No. Are both parties merchants? Yes. Merchant A and Merchant B. There is an added term of 24-karat gold interior. Is that material? Yes, that would be very material. That's not like delivering a car polished and waxed, but that's a major expense to have to do 24-karat gold throughout the interior of a car. And then Merchant A objected. So it does not become part of the terms of the contract because it's material and there is an objection. A bought Christmas lights from a hardware store that did not work. He takes them back to the hardware store to try and get a result, and they say, too bad. Well, we have to look at what's at issue here. This is the implied warranty of merchantability. The lights have to be of fair average quality and pass without objection in the trade. Here, they did not work, so they're not merchantable, and the hardware store is a merchant. And there were no facts of a disclaimer, and it did not appear from the problem that there were any questions of express warranty or implied warranty of fitness for a particular purpose, meaning some special purpose. So his best remedy is to talk to them about the implied warranty of merchantability. John bought a fridge from the neighbor's garage. He got it home and it did not work. Discuss his breach of warranties. Well, the neighbor, there's no facts that he was a merchant. There's no facts of any express warranty. And there's no facts that it would be used for some particular or special purpose. So we'd say none is the answer. No warranties. Now here's another question. Merchant A said John could buy a couch from his store for $400 and he would not revoke for 30 days. But the next day he sold the couch to someone else for $500. Was this a firm offer? Well, we go through the elements. Was the offer made by a merchant? Yes. Merchant A. Was it in assigned writing? No. It said that Merchant A said, so that's oral, to John. So 30 days does happen to be less than the 90 days that usually a firm offer will keep something open. but we miss out the element of the writing. Okay, so our next question, stocks are goods. That's false. They're intangible. The next question, unborn animals are goods. That's true. We do count our chickens before they hatch under sales law, under UCC Article 2. Growing crops are goods. That's true. That's just based on policy. Merchant A agreed to sell his property to Sally for $400,000 and not to revoke for 40 days. Is this a firm offer? Well, it has to be goods for a firm offer to even be at issue, and this appears to be real property, so firm offer would not be appropriate. How long is a firm offer irrevocable? Well, it is for the time stated in the contract or not to exceed 90 days. We cannot really predict the market for more than 90 days. What are the elements of an added term rule? Well, we look. Did the offer expressly limit the terms to what was stated? Second of all, are both parties merchants? Sometime I have my students bring an M&M for both parties being merchants. And then, is the added term immaterial, meaning no big deal, like a car being delivered polished and waxed? That's no big deal. And then we look, was there any notification of objection? So those are good problems to review. I want to continue on with a few other problems. A, who was 18 years of age, entered into an agreement whereby he bought 1,000 bushels of tomatoes for $1 per bushel, and that was an oral agreement. A took home one of the tomato bushels for consumption. Is any of the contract enforceable? Yes. We are in a situation where we're over a cost of $500, so we need a writing. We don't have that writing, but it is enforceable to the amount that has been performed, which was just 1 bushel. And the bushels were $1 each for 1,000 bushels, so it's $1,000 contract. X orally contracts to buy a car from Y for $1,500. X pays a $25 deposit. Well, since we cannot divide the car, then the whole thing would be enforceable, though oral. This will be the end of this recording, and then we'll go on the next recording for more samples.